The hummingbirds today are quite feisty. I don't know if they're getting ready to migrate, but they've been chasing each other around. They've been chasing bees around and bees chasing them around. They suspend and give Birdie a once-over in her cage. Birdie's had several visitors lately. She had a female Baltimore Oriole fly to her cage and climb onto her cage. And yesterday she had some kind of a woodpecker do the same thing. Of course, now that I'm filming, there's no hummingbirds to be seen. Bad news on the bonsai front. My Mugo pine is dying or dead. My only long-needled pine, the one in back there. I have no idea why. I followed all of the instructions by the experts. Transplanted it in late summer like you're supposed to do. Most bonsais you transplant into their pots in spring. Mugos like it in late summer, so I did it in late summer. I followed all of the rules that you're supposed to do. I only water it when the water gauge says it's dry and needs water. Well, it acted like it got too much water to me, and it died. The only thing I can think of is that when I transplanted it, I might have cleaned off too much of the beneficial, I don't know if it's mold or mildew or algae, something that grows on pines that has a symbiotic relationship with them that you shouldn't remove too much of. That's the only thing I can think of I might have done. Now, some people say Mugos are very temperamental. It's easy to lose them, and I watched a video of one guy who said he has a big Mugo pine, and he said when he got it from his mother-in-law, what he said was it didn't do anything for 2 seasons, and he thought he'd lost it. Now, I don't know if that meant it died, or if it just didn't grow. He said it didn't do anything for 2 seasons, and he thought it was done. But then all of a sudden, he said it started to respond and grow, I guess. So maybe I'll wait and see if it's in shock or something. I don't know. But I was going to ask another question I thought of. We're out here enjoying the summer heat and humidity for about an hour before the Bears game starts at noon. It's in the upper 80s today with humidity. It's like summertime again. I keep waiting to show you some hummingbirds. They're all over today, fussing and fighting and zooming around. Except when I have the camera, of course. Okay, the question I was going to ask. I'm turning 50 in December, and I'm starting to think and act like an old person. As I was sitting here, enjoying the day, I heard what I thought was a biplane flying. You know, that kind of engine sound that biplanes. Don't be smart. I'm 50 years old. I was born in 1967, not 1916. But when I was a kid, it seems to me I remember that we used to see biplane every once in a while fly around. Now, like I said, I wasn't born in 1916. It could be Waukegan has an airport. It's a small airport and for smaller craft, but VIPs like it, like the Dalai Lama prefers the Waukegan airport to Chicago. He can get in and out quicker. We've had presidents and vice presidents and celebrities use the Waukegan airport for the same reason. But people have hangars there, so it could be that someone in the area had an old biplane and they would just fly it around every once in a while, and maybe they've died or moved away. But I seem to think when I was a kid you would see biplanes every once in a while flying in the sky. Or propeller planes. You don't see them anymore. That's this question. What are some things that you remember from your childhood that you just don't see anymore? I thought of some other things. How about in the same airplane vein, skywriting? You never see skywriting anymore. Or airplanes trolling a long banner with a message on it. When I was a kid, you used to see that like every summer. You don't see that ever anymore. Another thing that I've noticed that just doesn't happen anymore is for weddings. People honking their horns, the wedding party in a long train of cars, going from the wedding to the reception, honking their horns. That doesn't happen anymore. That seems to be a style or a fashion that just has stopped. Is there anything that you remember from your childhood that you just don't see happen anymore? It's gone out of style, gone out of fashion. Busby's not a big fan of heat and humidity. He liked it when it was cool. He prefers the 70s to the 80s. Okay, we're going to continue having our little hour in the sun before we go in and watch the game. Bye.